Hi everyone and happy Sunday. It's Curvy with you today. This is my third video and today I chose a topic which was really dear to me, and this topic is basically how to love yourself as a plus size woman. It's a long road. It's not something that for most of us probably have come naturally, and I do think, have worked really hard to reach the level that we have now. And just the fact that plus size is accepted nowadays is so much better than it was years ago. But still, despite this, not everybody is at the same level of understanding of his body or acceptance or just liking who you are as a person with plus size, with extra curves, and all the things that probably some of you didn't want to have until now and was not imagining themselves being. So I would like to mention a few tips. I'd like to talk about a few things that have helped me going through it, and that makes that now I really see myself differently than I was a few years back. So these are going to be a few tips, and I really hope you will listen to them and probably apply them. And if that can make a little difference at some point, that would just be great. So my first tip will be the dressing part. Everybody knows that to have a curvy body that looks like a really nice body, you need to dress it up the right way. We have curves, we don't need to hide them. We have curves that we need to love and curves that we need to show, but we need to show them the right way. That's the only thing. I remember when I was a child, you probably heard that too, and I was always hearing things like, oh yes, bigger ladies needs to wear black. Yeah, okay, that's true. And yes, you have to hide your curves and you need to wear black because that makes you look thinner. That was always the target, actually. You have to look thinner. I did it. I did it for a very long time, actually. I was having that double closet, that summer one, winter one. I guess that more or less everybody is doing this. And at the end, the summer one and the winter one were both all black. So that was not making much sense, to be honest with you. And then I started understanding that, okay, I was losing a little bit fat here and there, and probably my waist was looking a bit better and my hips a bit less big or something, but that wasn't me. So at some point I started really choosing clothes that was more clothes that was more myself, and things that I was really feeling comfortable in. So it was just little details here and there that you need to follow, and like wearing colors, not being ashamed after all, because you shouldn't be always dressed up as dark colors just to be sure that nobody's seeing you. It's about wearing accessories, having some big earrings, big necklace, all these type of things that makes you look curvy and curvilicious, as I like to say. Something which people can look at you at and saying, wow, that girl, she is good actually. She's not ashamed of who she is, and she loves and she embraces her curves just to a max of it. And it's about not giving up on all the things that you think you can't do just because you have too much weight, like wearing heels and yes, wearing some nice stuff, nice makeup. And now you really need to take care of yourself even more actually than some women who are slimmer than you, because you really need to feel that this extra body has to be dressed properly. And most importantly, you need to dress your size, girls. I am so appalled in the street. I'm doing like you. I'm looking at people, I'm looking at girls, but more than anything, I'm looking at plus size girls, because I really need sometimes I want to actually to stop in the street and say, well, can I give you a few advice here and there, because I really think we could go and do something nice together, but obviously you can't do that. So I'm just having that little thoughts for myself. But when I'm seeing all those girls who are not dressed properly, like dressed really undersized, is like basically wearing a size 18 and wearing a 14 because you're still hoping that you get into it, and you have those little pieces on your here, there, or on your arms, etc., that goes out of the clothing, and that looks honestly not nice, and that makes you feel actually like you're not assuming the fact that you're not that size. It's better to wear clothes which are bigger and that you fit right in than just wearing some smaller size just because you need to feel more comfortable in your mind that actually you're 14 and not 18, honestly. And probably by wearing the right size, actually you will look proper like fitting your clothing, and people will see you probably slimmer than what you really are, because at least you're dressing the way you should. So this was really my first tip. My second one will be about looking at yourself in the mirror. It's maybe it sounds weird, but looking at yourself in the mirror, forgetting that you used to be one person and that now you're another. I know that it's not easy. Most of you girls, at least I'm not talking about myself, because I'm not saying I'm born big, because that's not true. I was born actually really skinny, and I grew up, and around 6 year old I started putting on weight. But most of my life, teenagehood, etc., I was a plus size already. So not to that point, but already plus size. So I learned how to appreciate my body as a plus size person from a very young age. But I know that most of you probably didn't have that experience, that some of you just were like very good kids, slim, like perfect shape that everybody was guessing to you should have. And then teenagehood is coming, and the hips are growing bigger, the boobs are coming, and some of them becoming pretty big, and you don't lose them. And then the last case also most of the time is after pregnancies. There's a lot of women who just pile up, and then they can't lose that weight, and they end up being plus size, whereas that until maybe 25 or even more, they were very slim girls. And probably in this case that's even more difficult, because I guess that most of your life you have seen yourself differently, and you don't want to get into a category which you think is not yours, but from now on it is. And as long as you keep looking backwards and think in the past that, oh yeah, but before I was, yeah, you're not anymore. And whatever age, I was way slimmer also a few years back, but I'm not that girl anymore. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You need to really start looking forward as the new body you have, as the few bits and there that you have on the top that you were not having a few years back. Yeah, and more saggy skins, and maybe some, yeah, some extra that you will not probably lose, and it's the way it is. But as long as you don't embrace it, you will still look big, more probably bigger than actually what you really are. So it's time to look at yourself in the mirror. It's time to say that this is how I am, this is who I am. I am plus size woman. I have to be proud of it. I really have to. And I will have to embrace those curves and make them beautiful. Because as long as you're stuck in the past, you will never be someone who can love yourself the way you are. So this one was really very important for me, because I don't know for you, but for a long time I actually didn't have a full length mirror in my house. I was just like very happy with my mirror and showing my face and just focusing everything on my face. And until like I guess the first full length mirror I bought was a year ago. So it takes some time. Out of 31 year of age, that's really long. So yes, now I look at myself every day, I look at my curves every day, I'm changing my clothing every day because of this. Because when you look at yourself just up to here, and that you just top at basically at your boobs, because up to there normally we're always okay as plus size. It doesn't really happen very often that you have a flat chest and extra curves. So most of the time we have good breasts, so we look at that from here to here and we feel happy with it, but that's not it. So there's the rest of your body, there's some extra curves, hips, belly, and all of that, tights, and all of this needs to be dressed properly too. So very, very important to have a full length picture of who you are. My third one will be probably something like stay healthy and stay active, because life is what it is, okay? You are born with an extra shape and extra curves that probably maybe you didn't want, I don't know. Some of you just have this compulsive disorder with food, like when you're stressed, for example, you're eating, which I used to do a lot, or when you're stressed about something else, you don't control your body, etc., or when times are hard, or just maybe you have medical condition, which happens also, unfortunately, or thyroid problems and all this type of things. But what is really important is to live your life as if you were not having that extra weight on you, because I'm not saying you need to live exactly like slim people do, but more or less that's how it looks. You have to live your way like you're a full active person. You need to live like you're a healthy person. You cannot live with the extra burden of saying that because basically you have some extra weight, you cannot do all of that. Nothing is impossible for us. It's not like we are stuck in disability to the point that we can't do anything with our life anymore. That's not true. We just have maybe some overweight, but that's it. So go out, go to clubs, go to dance, go to sports, stay healthy, have some good stuff for lunch, eat salads, everything. I don't know, like some soups, like every single person on a slim range than you will do. It's not a reason to add this extra burden on yourself. It's like because I have some extra weight, so then I need to behave totally wrong. It's not being big is not a comfort, and we become big probably because most of us have going through that, like going some comfort food, etc. But if you need us to stop, you can be still big and be active. So enjoy your work, enjoy your life, enjoy your friends. Get out. Don't stay home. Don't start watching movies and series all day long. And God knows I love my series, but please, you need to minimize to the utmost the time that you're spending home. And if unfortunately, or thank God, it depends on which side, you're blessed to have children and you stay at home mom or something like this, then find a way to make your hours with your children becoming something active, just to be sure that all of you are not staying home all day long. It's not healthy. It's really not. So I really hope that all of you that watching that video will work on that for sure. And then my number 4 will be act proud, be proud, stay proud. Well, it's very, very basic, but your character is your attitude. Your character needs to be bigger than your body. Your person, as plus size woman, needs to be bigger than what you reflect. You have a temper, you are funny, you're beautiful, you have probably a wonderful face, because I know that plus size women, to the most of them, are really having beautiful faces and features, etc. And you really need to enjoy all the other qualities that you have as a plus size, because you need to embrace the fact that you're just not a body. So stand up, wear heels. Not saying you should have like big heels, but little heels is always helping the body feeling a bit better. So wear something that makes you feel proud and show yourself as the person that you are, like the bubbly, the funny, the person that needs to be remembered. Because if you check those people, honestly, there's not a lot of plus size women nowadays who are famous, etc. But when you look at them, let's be honest, it could be Rebel Wilson or Melissa McCarthy or Oprah Winfrey. I love Oprah actually. And if you look at those women, they have such a personality, honestly. If you look at their temper and the way they act and the life that they put in everything they do, they look so healthy and so happy that at some point, honestly, you forget that they are big. So that's the way you need to act. I'm not saying that you need to be the person in the group that needs to make everybody laugh or anything like this. You're not hired to be the clown, but you have to show yourself as the person who is bigger than just a big body, because otherwise people will stay stuck on the other things that they see in you because you're not showing anything else. So I think this one is really good for you, and I really think that at some point you will just get the confidence, because the more you look confident, the more people will see that confidence and give you more trust, and at that level after this, yeah, the game is done. You're honestly great. So, and my last one is not least actually, because this one will be about letting people into your life. I know that when people don't feel good, and this is not something dealing with your size at all, it's something dealing with your mental and how you feel about yourself, and it doesn't change whether you're slim, big, skinny, and very big, or anorexic, etc. This is nothing dealing with your size or the type of clothes that you have. It depends on your inside, and this one is really important. Those people are feeling like they have to put themselves aside from the rest of the world, and most of the time are getting very lonely because they're not happy with themselves. And I think that it's really important that if you want to get the confidence to love yourself as a plus size person, you need to let those people into your life. You need to be in a group. You need to engage conversation with people. You need to let people love you. You need to let people compliment you as a plus size person and really think they mean it, because compliment, lots of people take them, but then after it's like, yeah, I know, but No, you don't know actually. Some people really mean it when they say that, oh, I like the way you're dressed, and you're like, yeah, I'm not a size 6, so probably she's just saying that to please me. That's not true. Sometimes you have to take a compliment for what he wears, actually. Some people, there are some girls out there who wish they could have more curves. There's some girls who wish they could put on weight and are fighting every day to get an extra kilo here and there. And maybe we have too much, sorry. But some people don't have it and they didn't choose it neither. So take every single compliment, comment, sometimes criticism actually for what it wears, but don't take it wrong. Don't think that everything is an attack to you because you don't feel yourself to your best. You really need to act on this. Allow love. Allow people to tell you how they feel about you, how they think you should be, how they think that you could make it a little better. Not everything is a personal attack actually, and I think it's really important to understand this one, because we are here to grow. We are here to grow as people, and you have to make it right for yourself. You need to learn from slimmer people as much as you can learn from bigger people than yourself. You can learn from women, because obviously as plus size women we all want to learn from them, but you can learn also from men who have taste and who know how to talk to women. I have lots of plus size girls around me, and when I was a kid most of my friends were always slim and I was the only big one, so that was not easy. And when I grew up I had quite a few friends who were a bit like me, and on my shape at least, but funny enough we are all so different. We like different things. Some of them like tattoos, some of us like piercing, some like me are actually way more classical in my taste, some of them are very fashion, some of them more timid, and it's something that I learn every day, and I get myself, I think, a better person learning from these people who have achieved a total different road than mine to the plus size confidence. So I really hope at some point that all these little tips here and there will help you on your own journey. And obviously I'm always here to talk with you, so if you have some personal experiences or stories that you would like to share, you know how to write to me, and please just keep doing as you usually do. So like, comment, share this video, and don't hesitate also to write me in private if you feel like you need to talk in a more private way. I'll be really happy to answer your question. So this is all for now. I would like to thank you again for watching this short video, and I really like this channel. I like you lots too, and I really hope you appreciate everything that I'm talking about. So have a good day, have a good week ahead, and thank you for watching. Bye!